What's going on, melon farmers? D-Mac back with another episode of the Hamilton Huskies franchise mode for NHL 21. If you haven't already, scroll down and hit that like button. And in this one, we are doing the Year 10 Stanley Cup playoffs, man. It's been a long road leading to this point, but I feel like we have a team that can do some serious freaking damage in the playoffs, man. The first thing we are going to do is go to the edit line screen where there is something I wanted to talk to you guys about anyway. So, up top, we got my boy Jude Bolesky. We got our boy Ryan McFarland. Joshua Roy, who is a new acquisition on that top line. Our top line is halfway decent, but the real story now is this second line with Troy Walensky, Sawyer Gorin, and Jonathan freaking Drouin, baby. On the third line, we got our boy Mike Hickey, we got Frankie Vetrano, and Travis Kane. And on that fourth line, our grinder line, we got Caleb Banks, Connor Bunneman, and Austin Wagner. That is not a terrible fourth line. It's not a great fourth line, but it's not a terrible one either. On defense, we got my boy Gabriel Somers alongside his bestie Evan Bouchard. On that second pairing, we got Neil Pionk and then Ivan Burmistrov. We got rookie Troy Riley on that third pairing alongside Cale Fleury. So our defense does leave a little bit to be desired. Our top pairing is very good. Our second pairing is a little on the weak side. And our third pairing is not terrible, not great. Here is where the big one comes from me. Cyrus Evans, who at the end of this regular season has not had a tremendous freaking time here, man. He only had a 9.03 and a 2.97. In the playoffs, he has been less than optimal, man. He has had 2 cracks at the playoffs, and he has not done very well either time. Which leads me to David Mcgratton, the 25-year-old, who as a backup went 16-6-3 with 2 shutouts in 27 games, had a career-high 914 save percentage and a 2.48 goals against average, where he looked very, very solid for us as a backup. Not early on, but at the end of the season, he definitely was flirting with the thought of stealing Cyrus Evans' job from him. Last year in the playoffs, played 2 games. He won 1 and he lost 1, had a 900 and a 2.86. So my dilemma right now is, who do I actually start in the playoffs? Do we start Cyrus Evans, or do we go with our own boy here, the third-round draft pick from 6 years ago, my boy David Mcgratton? Which one do you go with? So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put Cyrus Evans in the net to start the playoffs. We will play him for the very first game, and if he has a bad game to start the playoffs, I think we're going to switch to Mcgratton and see how that goes. We do need to give Mcgratton kind of a better chance to win the net, and if we play him in the playoffs, I think that could be a great step in the right direction towards getting him to where we want him to be, and then we could already move on from that Cyrus Evans contract. He was an elite goaltender to begin the season when we signed him to a 5-year, $8.9 million deal, and then dropped down to starter and kind of fell apart as the season went on. We kind of have a Drieger-Bobrovsky situation going on here, and Mcgratton being Drieger, seems like he is kind of on the verge of stealing that starting job from Cyrus Evans already. And if that was to happen, I mean, that could be a great thing. It could help him grow. He could end up being, an 84 overall or something going into next year, gain a bunch of poise, just get better all around, and just be a better goaltender. So that is our lines. We're going to start with Cyrus Evans in game 1. And if he has a poor game in that game 1, I think we're going to try out Mcgratton. If he does better, I think we'll stick with Mcgratton moving forward in these playoffs. So now we're going to back out of this. We are going to go and look at the view line screen where we're going to check out Tampa Bay and see what they're looking like this season. So Tampa Bay has, Tampa Bay's got Barrett Hayton, Braden Point, and freaking Taylor Radish. Oh my goodness, as their top line. So that's going to be a lethal line. We got a 2-way forward, Point's a playmaker, and Taylor Radish is a power forward. That could be like a +3 kind of situation. After that, though, we got Ilya Mikheyev, We got Matthew Phillips and Max Jones. Another one, two-way forward, playmaker, power forward. So that could be like 2+3s right there, man. I think their top six, their top line is slightly better than our top line. Their second line is significantly weaker than our second line. Our second line is most definitely our I would say our number one scoring line right now. And then they've got Ronnie Linglet, the top six forward. He's a playmaking left winger. They got Danton Heinen, who's a two-way guy, and Josh Norris, who is also a two-way guy. Their third line is a little bit stronger than ours. They've also got low elite Kim Lindstrom, a power forward center, rocking their fourth line right wing. They got Dryden Hunt, the two-way forward, and Vitaly Dadanov, another two-way forward. So I would say we might actually have a bit of a one-up on them on that fourth line because it is a grinder line. I feel like it's going to be a line that's going to be tough to score on. So let's look at their defense where they got Jakub Chikrin. Oof. They got Brady Ennis, so two-way defenders. They got Dante Fabro. That is a very strong middle six defenseman, man. They got Philip Hilbert, who is a defensive defenseman with phenomenal defensive awareness, no offensive awareness, and no puck control. So that could work in our favor. After that, they got Philip Kral, a two-way defender. He's 30 years old. And Lassie Thompson, another two-way defender. Okay, so defensively, I think we got him beat. As a backup, I guess, for some reason, they got Cal Peterson in net. And they got Reese Hoyle with high starter potential, fourth-round pick 3 years ago by the Tampa Lightning. So I don't know if he is going to be starting. I would imagine Cal Peterson will get most of the starts. He's 35 years old, though. So, I don't know. This is going to be actually a relatively even first round, I think. Like I said, it's all going to ride on Cyrus Evans and how he performs in Game 1 of the playoffs. All right, so let's just jump into Game 1 and let's freaking hope for the best. I want to try and pay attention to how the AHL team is doing as well. Go to the times 8 simulation and let's get Game 1 underway, baby. We're getting outshot and Danton Heinen beats Cyrus Evans. Oh, Burmistrov on that second pairing defense ties it up and Braden points. So they have 2 goals on the first 8 shots of the playoffs. That's not what you want to see from Cyrus Evans. But at the same time, that we are being heavily outshot. We're being heavily outplayed right now. Well, we were, and oh my God, did we ever just take over this game. Okay, so at the end of the first period in Game 1 of the playoffs, we're down 2-1 to the Tampa Lightning. We got to turn this around. I really do hope I'm wrong about Cyrus Evans. I don't necessarily want to put David Mcgratton in the net. I don't want a backup goalie being our starting goaltender for the playoffs. So we killed off that penalty. Cyrus Evans is starting to look a little more steady in the net. We got to tie this game up. We do not want to go down 1-0 in this series early. That is not where you want to be, especially when you're playing at home. So Cyrus Evans up above 900 and Sawyer Gorin ties it back up to enter the third period. 23 shots apiece, 2-2 tie. Sawyer Gorin, I think, very well could be the future of this damn team, man. Ryan McFarland is absolutely a monster for this team, but I think Sawyer Gorin might be the way of the future, baby. Here we go. Third period, Game 1. How is this one going to freaking play out, man? I think it's going to be one of those next goal wins kind of situations. Oh, Tampa gets a power play, and they're able to score right after it expires. That's no good. And we're down 3-2 in the third period. And Matt Phillips gets another one past Cyrus Evans. It's been a very, very even game where sadly, Tampa was just the better scoring team. Cyrus Evans didn't exactly have a great game, didn't exactly have a terrible game. So what was it? Ivan Burmistrov by Kane and Vetrano, Sawyer Gorin by Drouin and Walensky, and that is it. The 2 goals that we got. If I go to Hamilton stats, I'll go to goaltenders, go to goalies, where Cyrus Evans with an 8.75 and a 4.07. Not exactly inspiring a lot of confidence, and this one's going to be one of those, like, I'm really on the fence about what I want to do here. And Peterson did in fact get the start, played very, very well in this game, man. Peterson definitely helped them win this game. All right, so Game 1 is in the bag. I'm really on the fence about what I want to do with the goaltending here. Was it just because it wasn't a terrible game? It wasn't a good game, but it wasn't a terrible game at the same time either, right? So I'm like, I don't know, man. Do I want to give him another shot? Because he did. It's not like he let in 5 goals on 20 shots. You know, he let in 4 on over 30 shots, which is not terrible. So I think we are going to try him out for one more. If we lose this game as well, and he lets 3 or more goals in, we are most certainly going to switch him out for Mcgratton. So and Radish scores on the second shot of the damn game. Then they're on the power play. They are heavily outplaying us, and it's a long one. Oh my God, man. 10 minutes into the game, we're already looking like we are not a team that wants to win right now, bro. Oh my God, this is not the way you want to start the freaking playoffs. Down 2-0. Oh, Austin Wagner on that fourth line. That's what you want to see, tying it up, getting heavily outshot 12-5 after one period here by the Tampa Lightning. Let's get into the second period and let's turn this damn game around, man. They're going to continue off right where they were before. Barrett Hayton scores on Cyrus Evans, and they're on the power play again. My goodness. Come on, boys. We got to tie her up now. Nope. 5-on-3 goes nowhere. We killed off that penalty, so that's good, but we're being outshot 2-1 right now. That's not where you want to be. We need to tie this game up yet again. Come on now. I hate this playing from behind crap, man. Cyrus Evans is above a 900, but we don't need a goalie above a 900. We need a goalie to steal us a game to get back in this series right now. Or we need a hero offensively to put a couple of goals in here and really get us back into it. And there's Vitaly Dadonov, makes it 3-1 Tampa. Oh man, this is not looking promising to start the freaking playoffs if you're Hamilton. But Troy Walensky, baby, puts one in and we are right back in the game. Only down by 1. Come on, boys. Oh, Braden Point. God damn, man. Oh, dude. And we're down both games with a score of 4-2. So Austin Wagner by Banks and Evan Bouchard. Troy Walensky by Sawyer Gorin and Evan Bouchard. So we'll go to Hamilton stats, where Neil Pionk over the course of these 2 games has been, I believe, a -5 in 2 games. But he's been playing some really crazy minutes. He played 24 minutes where Gabriel Summers only played 23. So that's kind of unacceptable. But Evans faced the exact same amount of shots, let in the exact same amount of goals. An .875 and allowing 4 goals a game is not what we need right now, man. We absolutely, we can't afford to have that in these early playoffs. So what did we get? High sticking, double minor for McFarland. Then it was Walensky. Then it was Walensky. Okay, so we had 3 penalties. 2 of them were Walensky, both in the second period. Both within 5 minutes of each other. That is not, both within pretty much 4 minutes of each other. And that is something you absolutely cannot have here. Troy Walensky is a playmaker that drives our second line, man. We cannot have him allowing these goals, man. Actually, no. I got to back out of here. Back out of here, EA. All right, so we got to back out of here. Get to the next day, because I'll edit lines, I'll put Mcgratton in, and then the next day it'll automatically switch it back because this game hates me. All right, so he's got a, 4.08 in 2 games and an 8.75 save percentage. So a lot is riding on Mcgratton right now. We definitely need Mcgratton to kind of rise up and be a hero here. So that is going to be a nice little storyline to pay attention to. We need more scoring from our guys, definitely. We 100% need this team offensively to step it up. Defensively, they need to step up. Like people like Neil Pionk can't be on the ice 25 minutes a night. I don't have him set up to play 25 minutes a night. So I don't get what's going on there. Anyway, here we go. Let's jump into game number 3. And let's see if Mcgratton being in the net can be kind of a spark plug that our team needs to get back into this freaking series. And look at that. Sawyer Gorin scores right off the hop. Are they just going to play better for him? 5-on-3, 5-on-4, unable to get anything in the net. But we're still up 1-0. And look at how this team is playing. Look at how we're playing for David Mcgratton. We are just not playing this way for Cyrus Evans, man. So this could be exactly what our team needed. Maybe it shows the boys, you guys screwed around. You got this goalie kicked out of the freaking net here in the playoffs, and we absolutely can't have that. So if it ends up working, I mean, we're going to have to kind of continue on that path. And sorry, Cyrus Evans, but you're going to be on the bench, man. All right, so we're still holding them relatively off the shot clock, past the halfway point of this game, this very important game 3 in the playoffs. And Austin Wagner again, who is definitely, Troy Riley, the rookie defenseman, and Jude Bolesky gets on the board. This is the kind of game we needed, baby. We're out shooting them 31-15 after 2 periods. This is fantastic, man. Keep them off the board, dude. This is absolutely the game we had to play. On the power play again, I feel totally confident that we're walking away with a victory in this one. Josh Norris puts one past David Mcgratton, but it's too little too late, man. Oh yeah, that is the kind of defensive performance. That's the kind of goaltending performance all around. That is the type of performance we 100% needed. We more than double outshot them in this game with David Mcgratton in the goddamn net, and we beat them by a score of 4-1. That's what we needed, baby. Oh. So, at the end of this one, it was Sawyer Gorin with his second, assisted by Drouin and Sommers. Wagner with his second by Banksy and Fleury. Troy Riley with his first career playoff goal by Frankie Vetrano and Travis Kane. And Jude Bolesky by Josh Roy and Ryan McFarland, getting that top line on the board. We need that top line to get on the board. We don't need them to be that hardcore team that's just going to frickin' take over the games. We have two powerhouse scoring lines on this team. So I'm going to go back to edit lines, make sure Mcgratton is still in the net, because it would appear the boys do play for the kid. 950. Okay, we're going to go with frickin' David Mcgratton yet again, second game in a frickin' row. All right, here we go, baby. Game 4. This is a very important game. We need to win this one as well to get this series tied back up. So we got off to a decent start, but now we're actually getting outshot, and Jude Bolesky puts it in to make it 1-0 Hamilton, baby. Oh, yeah, we're out shooting him again. We're out shooting him. We're out playing him. Oh, baby Sawyer Gorin, my God. Is this what this team needed, dude? We need that spark plug goaltender, that young kid. Maybe the team, maybe the boys just don't like Evans, man. Maybe he just does not fit with them. The way they play, maybe Cyrus Evans doesn't play very well in a way that suits the lines on this team, and maybe David Mcgratton just very much does. Hard to say. Second period, 3-0, it's Ryan McFarland. Oh, we're firing on all cylinders now, baby. All right, up 3-0, and Jakub Chychrun puts one past Mcgratton, baby. Just oh no, Barrett Hayton gets him on the board. We don't want this, man. Don't let them come back too much. They're definitely getting back into this game. They're not going to go down the way they did in the last one. They're out shooting us again. But Mr. Mcgratton is holding strong right now. We're being outshot now, 21-19 entering the third, but we do have the lead. So we need to tie this game, or we need to tie this series up. We need to win this game 4. Very important game. Let's go, boys. We're still letting them shoot on us more than we're shooting on them. Oh, and Dryden Hunt. Oh, and frickin' Kral, man. Makes it 4-3 for Tampa, who came on so strong in the second half of this game. Tie it up, boys. Let's go. Tie it up. Don't do this to me, man. Come on, boys. Come on. You got it in you. God damn it. And we go down 3-1 in the series. So Jude Bolesky by McFarland and Fleury. Gorin by Bouchard and Drouin. McFarland by Roy and Bolesky. Oh, man. So I want to go and look. How did the goaltender do, and who was the biggest minus? It was like Vetrano, Hickey. They were definitely, the third line was definitely the line that hurt us in this one. Where's Pionk? He was even. He only played 20 minutes. Gorzy played 24. Who else do we have? Where is my boy? Gabriel Sommers was a -1, so he got no points in this one. That is unfortunate, but again, it was only one game for Mcgratton. It's only one game. Let's take a peek. How is he looking through both games now? Should still have somewhat decent save percentage here with a 901. Ooh. All right, so he played his 2 games there. Do we want to put Cyrus Evans back in the net? How does he fit with he fits very well with the top line. Second line's not terrible. The bottom 6 he doesn't fit all that well with. And Mcgratton is identical. Everything about Mcgratton is absolutely identical. So, it's kind of like one of those things, right? We've gone this far. We better stick with Mcgratton. You know what? I'm going to put some faith in the kid, man. I'm putting the faith in the kid. We've allowed a lot of goals in this damn series, but we're back at home now. Mcgratton finally has the opportunity to play in front of home fans, and that can be huge. Cyrus Evans, I'm really sorry, bud, but you're kind of dead to me. Mcgratton was absolutely what we needed in that game, in game 3. And in game 4, it was a third line collapse. It was most certainly the third line that lost us that game. They were all -3s, so they were on the ice for pretty much every damn goal against. So let's just dive into it. A do or die game 5 here in the first round. A team that is almost identical to the one we had on the ice last year that almost won the Stanley Cup. Here we frickin' go. Almost halfway through. Oh my goodness. And Mcgratton lets in an early one. They're on the power play again. Don't do it, man. Ilya Mikheyev makes it 2-0. Don't let us go out like this. Who is taking all these penalties? Oh, okay, here's the thing, right? Even if a penalty is not costly, that is 2 minutes that you're only playing defense. You're not playing offense for an entire 2 minutes. And if you're losing a game, that is huge. It was Burmistrov and Hickey on the third goddamn line taking a penalty. That is absolutely, what are you doing? Unacceptable. But what are you going to do? We're already here. There's nothing we can do. So let's dive in to the second period, and hopefully we can get our asses back into this game a little bit. The thing is, Mcgratton hasn't looked that bad in this game. He's at 900 now. The thing is, the team has not looked very good around him, especially that third line that has really cost us a lot here. So we're going to get all the way to the end of the second goddamn period with absolutely no change in score. You can't let them shut you out, man. They can't shut you out if you're facing elimination. That is a slap in the face, man. Here we go, bro. Let's go. Third period. Let's get back in the game. Power play. No, and then we go down to a 5-on-3. Jesus. Come on, boys. Where's your fight? Look at Mcgratton. He's standing on his goddamn head. Where's all the fight, boys? No way. No goddamn way. No. Oh my God! And an empty freaking netter, and Tampa shuts out Hamilton in game goddamn 5. Are you joking? Are you actually joking, man? Wow. Hamilton stats. You want to know the worst part? .946 save percentage for David goddamn Mcgratton. He played like an animal in this game. Are you joking? What a joke, man. God damn. I think it's time to sell this freaking team, man. Jesus. And I'm assuming these guys got like... Oh, we swept the Binghamton Devils. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. So I think we're just waiting on... we're waiting on the next round of the playoffs, where, who knows, maybe some of these guys can go real deep in the playoffs. And then I will be trying to keep track on what goes on here. I mean, the boys, I'm not even looking at stats, you know? I'm not even going to look at stats because it was just too sad. It just made my heart sad. So we're just going to quick sim this one there. Let's hope the Burnaby Aces of the AHL can hang on and go a little deeper into the playoffs. 5-3. And 6-3 loss in game 1 of the second round of the AHL playoffs. Stanislav Medvenov. Okay, he was the guy, right? He was that guy that I was like, he's probably going to be like the next one to come up, right? Top 9 forward. He's 23. Calgary Flames prospect. Who else did we have? We had Spike Surrey, who I was really hoping would do something. Parento, we need to get him coming up one of these days. That's pretty much all she wrote. And then we got my boy, Derrick Hillen, who's likely going to be in the NHL next year. Stefan Jacobson will be taking over that starting role. He has been solid. You know, he has been solid in the playoffs. So let's just... here we go. Sim ahead to the next day. What do we got? Game 2 of the second round against the Utica Comets, who also have a pretty wild freaking winning percentage over the course of the season. So it's 0-0 after 1, 1-0 Utica after 2, and 3-0 Utica. Oh man, don't tell me we're gonna get swept down here now just because I'm here and I'm paying attention. That's not what you want to see, man. We want these boys to get past that second round. My God. First period, 2-1. We actually have a goddamn lead on Philip Grubauer. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Second period, still 2-1. Hold them off, boys. Boom. 3-2 victory. We're still in the goddamn series. There you go. Pascal Ferland is now the guy leading the parade. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Game 4, down 2-1 in the series. Let's come back, tie it up, and let's go to the third frickin' round. 1-0 for Burnaby, and it's Kirill Maximov. 2-2, and Tarnasky gets one past frickin' Grooby-Doo. And in the third period, tied at 3. Dude, it's loops. And in the OT, we win it again, and the series is tied. At least we got something to be excited about. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get on to game 5, baby. Tied at 2 with Utica. Utica is definitely the other best team here in the minors. They were 1 point ahead of us in the regular season. Here we go. First period. 4-0. Tarnasky gets a first period hat trick. Oh my God. Oh, Tarnasky. You dirty boy, you. Second period, 5-0, Reggie Sanford. And in the third, it's Tarnasky with his 4th of the goddamn game. We got a 3-2 lead on the Utica Comets. If we could win 4 in a row, baby, we're going on to the third round. Oh my God. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Holy, this is more intense than our freaking NHL team. We're going to have to call a bunch of these guys up. Here we go. First period, 2-0. Oh, baby, you, Sato, and Adam Ernie. Second period, 4-1. It's Engel and Longy. And in the third, it's a 5-3 freaking win. We're going to the third round in the AHL, baby. Quincy Tarnasky with a 4-goal performance in the goddamn playoffs sends us to the third round against, I'm assuming, the Providence Bruins. Yep, the Providence Bruins in the third round, man. Here we go. Yeah, for all you people that think I'm not paying attention. Oh my goodness, here we go. Stimulate the first freaking period, man. First period, 0-0. Second period. Oh baby, we're up 2-0. It's Fickall and Erne. And in the third, 4-2 victory. Fickall and Keeler puts it home. Oh, okay, we're doing all right now. We're doing all right. We're in that third round. We're up 1-0 in the playoffs right now. Every freaking team here right now is doing really, really well. Here we go, baby. Let's go. Simulate. So I think our draft pick should be what? Pick number like 23 or 24 or something like that. Anyway, early power play for freaking Burnaby. Let's go. Tied at 1. Hilbert puts it in, but Greentree gets one past my boy Derrick Hillen. Here we go. Second period. Oof. Down 3-1, and in the third, tied at 4, baby. Surrey and Parento and Tarnasky. 3 frickin' boys we want to see do well, baby. So in the OT, we lose it to Providence. God damn, and the series is all tied up at 1 now. That's fine, man. I think we're going to be going up against the Texas Stars if we were to get past Providence in this one, man. Holy crap. Q is killing it, baby. Here we go. First period, 3-2, we're up. Keeler with a pair, and Sato on the 4th line puts one in. Second period, 4-3, we're winning. Spike Surrey on the power play. And in the third, 5-4 victory, it is Watkins, baby, putting her home, and Quincy Tarnasky having a tremendous playoff performance for the Burnaby Aces, man. Oh, okay, we're 2 wins away from the finals. Let's make it happen. This is, like I said, this is the only thing we can get excited about, so we're going to go with it. First period, down 1-0 to Providence. Second period, down 3-2, but we're scoring goals. We're in the damn game. That's all that matters. Here we go. Third period, 4-2 loss. Man. So the series is all tied up at 2. And their series is all tied up at 2. So is it going to be the Ontario Reign or the Texas Stars going up against Burnaby or Providence? So let's just jump right into it. Game number 5, everything on the line here in round 3. First period, 0-0. It's going to get intense now, man. Second period, 1-0 for Burnaby, baby, and it's Kirill Maximov. Third period, 2-0. It is a goddamn shutout victory for Derrick Hillen, who I would love to see jump up to the bigs, baby. So I think next season, Mcgratton and Hillen, that's going to be our tandem, man, because Mcgratton at the end of the playoffs really showed me that, you know what, I think he's just about ready to take the reins. He had a great save percentage throughout the 3 games in the playoffs that he played. So here we go. We're up 3-2, going into game 6 here in the third round, man. All right, first period, tied at 1. Watkins gets one past Myers. Second period, 2-1, we're up. Oh, baby, it's Tarnaski's into double-digit goals. Third period, 4-2 victory, Tarnasky and Maximov. And we're going to the goddamn finals, man. Oh, Q, you're a monster. I actually want to go take a look at their freaking stats and see who's doing what right now. So, Tarnasky is on the goddamn third line. My goodness. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He may be a bottom six forward, but look at it. Wrist shot accuracy, 99. I took him in the 4th round 6 years ago. Could you imagine if he jumped to like 78? And we could just use him as like a third liner next year. Stanislav Medvenov. I'm thinking he's going to be in the NHL next year. Fikal, low elite. That's right. He's the undrafted guy that was low elite. He could potentially, he'd probably drop to like low top 9 or something if he ever really made it. Ferland, yeah, he was a 2nd round pick for us 8 years ago. He did even play in the National Hockey League. Keeler, what was he again? Philly Flyers prospect. Watkins was a 5th round pick for us. And look at his stats. He's actually got really, really solid stats all around. He's a great shooter, man. I would love it if he would make it up to the bigs, man. It sucks that it took him till he was 26, but on defense, oh, Surrey and Parento both grow, baby, going into the goddamn finals. It's about time. And Parento, a guy we desperately need him to grow because we are going to need him in the NHL one of these days. My boy, Charlie Pratt, man, the defensive defenseman. My boy, Philly Hilbert, freaking Filbert, the offensive defenseman. Rudy Sanford and Galiev are both dead to me. So what was Parento? Parento is full up there, and Surrey is full up there. That is what we're going with right there. Parento and Surrey are going to be leading the goddamn parade, man. What do we got for Derrick Hillen? He's still 78 overall. He's got decent enough save percentage that I'm pretty confident he's going to be the guy we're going to be going with here in the finals. Let's get into it, bro. Oh, advanced day. Took us 6 games. It's us against the Ontario freaking Reign for ultimate supremacy in the AHL. Could we go for the Calder freaking Cup, baby? Oh, man. Okay, Ontario Reign, man. First period, 3-1. Oof, that's no good. Second period, 4-1. My goodness. Third period, 5-3. We at least made it respectable by the end by getting a couple of them back. Quincy Tarnasky, he's showing that he's a hell of a sniper, man. 12 goals in 16 playoff games. Let's dive into game 2. See what we got going on here. Boom. First period, tied at 1. There you go. Second period, tied at 2. Okay, I don't mind where this is going, man. If we can keep getting solid goaltending from Hillen like we are in this game so far, we should be in relatively decent shape. Third period, 4-3, we take it. And just like that, baby, we are back in this series. Tied at 1. Let's go to game 3. Holy freaking crap. This is the farthest these guys have ever made it. And if they could win the freaking Calder Cup, my God, man, Surrey and Parento. Could you imagine if they were both NHL ready this coming season? Unreal. First period, boom, we're up 1-0. Second period, boom, we're still up 1-0. Third period, 2-1 victory, and we got the lead in the freaking Calder Cup finals. 2-1. Let's go to game 4. Oh, this team is making me so much happier than our NHL team ever has right now. First period, 1-0, baby. Second period, and we take a hit. We're down 2-1. Third period, 3-1 loss. Oof. So they're back into it, man. Tied at 2, but this is the way. This is the way that last series went. I mean, round 2, we were down 2-0, and then I believe we won 4 straight. Here we go, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. 2 wins away, man. 2 wins away from the Calder Cup. First period. Look at that. 17-3 are the shots. Second period. Boom. 7-0. Oh, I freaking love these guys. Third period. 8-1. Absolutely gross victory. Oh, man. That's wild. And we are now 1 win away. My God. Here we go, boys and girls. Boys and girls. First period, 0-0. Wow. All right, here we go. Second period, down 2-0. And in the third, 2-1, but we couldn't get that second one back, and they are pushing us to 7 goddamn games in the finals, man. Holy crap-a-moly. Here we go. Stimulate. Let's do it. Let's do it, boys and girls. Let's do it. First period, 0-0. This one's going to be tight, isn't it? Second period, 0-0. Oh, my God. I almost don't want to simulate this, but my God, I gotta. Third period. Fingers crossed, everyone. 2-2, you son of a bitch! Oh, and in overtime, we lose 3-2 in the overtime. And we made it to game freaking 7 of the Calder Cup finals. My goodness. That's rough, bro. That is rough. And we got annihilated in the NHL. And I think it's time for some serious freaking movement to occur here. And the Stanley Cup goes to the Minnesota Wild. Wow, there we go. So the salary cap is up at 104. We are definitely going to have to... Johnny Drouin wants to come back. That's a guy I think I wouldn't mind if he came back. I love that Gabriel Sommers grew. I love that Joshua Roy is 88 overall. Jude Bolesky is 86 overall still. That's fine by me. Walensky. Everybody's looking solid. I think it's pretty much time to get rid of Pionk, and we're gonna have to think about putting someone new with Ivan Burmistrov. Good old-fashioned offensive defenseman, man. We had Neil Pionk, who had a great season, but he's 34 years old, you know? What does he want? He wants 5.4 for 2 years, but the overall's just not there anymore, you know? Frankie Vetrano, he's gonna be leaving. We have got Travis Kane, who we could keep. We could get rid of him. I don't know. I have no idea, you know. Mikey Anderson still wants to come back, but I think it's time to move on, you know. It's time to move on. Mike Hickey, he's going to want to leave. He had 35 points, had himself a pretty good season. Oh my goodness, here he is. Stu freaking Suter, baby. Stu Suter playing in the QMJHL at 86 points in 58 games, and he is ready to make his way to the National Hockey League. He's 79 overall. Next season, he could be 82. We could toss him right up on like the third line, maybe even the second line. I don't know, man. We're going to be able to toss him somewhere, though. Stu Suter. My goodness. Drafted 2 years ago. He is ready for the bigs. I love that. Troy Riley. It still says depth defenseman, but he had 16 points this season. Definitely looked pedestrian at times. Definitely did not look... so bad at other times. So let's take a peek at our goaltending, where Cyrus Evans is awful and Mcgratton does not want to come back. Even though he was very solid for us in the playoffs. In the system, oh baby, that's what I'm talking about. Pierre Laflamme, baby. 72 overall, and he's probably going to grow even just a little bit more, baby. Then we got Cope, Zachary Cope, who I don't even know if we're going to be able to hold on to, man. We got so many goalies on this goddamn team. Jesus. So many fringe starters. Tenkrat, I think, can just about go away whenever. I'm not really worried about him, but it's like Derrick Hillen, I would love to give him a chance. I'd love to get him up in the NHL. He was a 7th round pick. I would love it if he could be like a long-time backup for us, man. Alongside Pierre Laflamme, man. He's our guy. He's the goalie of the future. He is the future of this team. He could be 76 overall next year. He could be damn near NHL ready next season. He's 20 years old. It's amazing. So we got to get away from goaltenders, go back to all skaters. I do want to look at this where we got, that's not who I clicked on. We're going to go back up to the top where we've got, for prospects, Medvenov, who's probably making his debut. Spike Surrey went up to 76. My God. I think he could be making his debut next year. Holy crap-a-moly. You imagine him and Troy Riley. Spike Surrey, Troy Riley, third pairing next season. Boom. I love it. What else do we got, baby? We got Maloney. Ooh, Lance Maloney, who very well could be making his debut next season as well. Another playmaker. Parento dropped back while he stayed down at 74 overall. Who else do we got? We've got this Pratt. My boy Tarnask, I'd love it if he could grow, man. Dude, he had 37 goals on the third line. What a monster. Hilbert, don't think he really makes it. It's hard to say, though, right? After that, we've got Frolov, who I don't know if he really... I don't know how well he grows, but I like the fact that we got him, you know. After that, Longy, low top six. I don't really expect too much from him. McIntyre, gobbledygook. We really don't have the best prospects in the world, but we definitely have 2 or 3 people that could come up to the NHL, make an impact as soon as next year. I definitely need to find a goddamn trade for... I gotta try and find a trade for Cyrus Evans. We signed him to a big freaking contract to get him on this team, and he has absolutely been a bust. Anyway, we will take care of all of that in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. There's new videos coming all the freaking time. And until next time, you beautiful melon farmers, have a good one.